Everybody, this is Snoodle Lounge Podcast, and I'm here with Mr. Undefeated 15-0, Mr. Hitman.
Welcome to Snooty Podcast.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Snoodle Lounge Podcast. I got a special guest. We here in the gym with the one who's 15-0. Since knockouts be doing his thing, and he from the A-town, but we're talking about Albany, Georgia. Mr. Hitman, hey, Brady, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm pretty good, man. So let's go ahead and get this started. So you're from the Benny, correct?
Right, for
So
sure.
what side of Albany you grew up on, and how was it for you, coming up in the 229?
It was great. I grew up on the west side. I stay on the west side my whole life. So from the west side, 229.
Sure. So what sports were you playing on the come up? Like, I know you played, baseball. I mean, not baseball, football, basketball. So was those your sports in the background for you on the come up?
Yeah, basketball and before football, basketball, and then I started getting into boxing.
So when exactly did you start getting into boxing?
Probably I say when I was probably like 11 to 12, around that age. I just started doing it just to learn how to defend myself, and then I kind of fell into love for it, and I just took it from there.
I mean, I'm going to get into the boxing, but in high school, you had a 3.5 GPA and got an associate's degree. So
Right.
how was it for you, at a young age, and you already doing college type of things at that time?
It was great. It was a lot back then, just a lot of dedication, time management, and just knowing I want. Just my parents and a great foundation, and me just following and just going by with the blueprint that they laid down, and we all came up with a plan, and we did what we had to do.
Well, I mean, I kind of can agree with you on this aspect. Like, I saw in Albany Herald, you said, you're kind of short. That's why you also wanted to, shift sports a little bit. Is that correct?
Right, yeah, for sure.
So that's why I kind of went into reporting too, because, it's kind of hard for me to, shoot my floaters
Yeah.
over like some 6'6" folks.
Yeah, you just gotta be realistic with yourself, not saying, I'm always big on making the impossible possible. So I think anything is possible, but you gotta be realistic and, take the punches how they go, like make it make sense, so.
And speaking of punches, you also took a punch at Clark Atlanta. You also went there. So how was it, choosing to go to that college? What made you choose to go there?
Because I wanted to be, I wanted to move to Atlanta, and then COVID came, so that kind of like alter
Right.
everything up. In between Clark, Morehouse, and Georgia State, but I kind of like the Clark, Morehouse, so I went to Clark. But when COVID came, I kind of switched, made me do everything online. So I was doing that in boxing, because that's when I had turned pro. Right, I turned pro right after I graduated, and then a little bit after COVID, after things started getting back normal, they kind of start trying to change up a little bit, and I started getting super busy in boxing, and then some of the classes, when I started getting deep in my major, they wanted me to like come in person for some classes, but it was kind of like impossible. So I switched to Albany State. So now I'm kind of like off and on to Albany State, trying to finish it. I'm gonna get it done for sure.
I think I got a good reason why for all this stuff you got back here.
For sure, yeah.
So what was the ultimate reasoning while you're in college to say, like, it's time to take this for real, like, I want to go professionally? And what was the conversations you was having, like, who you talked to really made that decision for you with yourself?
My ultimate goal was to go to the Olympics, 2020 Olympics. Like, me and my dad had set that was a T, because I think for the Olympics you had to be, I was 17 or 18, and when I graduated, my senior year, I was gonna be 17 or 18, whatever one. But then he was like, that would be perfect timing. And then come to find out when the time came, the USA Boxing kind of changed their rules. Like, they kept changing the rules of the age. So my last year of being amateur, it's a tournament in December. Like that's like the biggest tournament, and that either help you qualify for the Olympics, or it kind of gets you on the USA team. And the USA team, just a team where you travel all the United States, fight other countries and stuff like that. And then you get a stipend for that and stuff like that. So I was like, I was gonna do either one. And when the time came for me to go to that tournament, and mind you, I won every tournament that year.
Yeah.
Because it's 4 tournaments, but that's just the biggest one.
How many rounds was it back then?
It was 3 rounds, amateur 3 rounds, 3 rounds, 3 minutes.
Okay.
So you have like the Easterns, and that's on the East Coast. You have the Westerns on the West Coast. Then you have the Junior Olympics, and I won at like the JOs, and so all those I had won all those, and then it was one called a National Power in California. So it's kind of like all the areas, and I won all of them. Came in second in the first one, and so I was like, okay, I beat some of the best people. So I just knew for sure I was gonna do very well in the last one to get on the USA team or qualify. And then when I tried to sign up, they was like, no, they said I was too young for the Olympics, so I couldn't qualify for the Olympics because they said I was too young because how my age fell. Because my birthday in December of 29th, so it was at the end of the year. And then I said, okay, well, let me try out for the USA so I can fight for the country. And then they was like, you too old for that. So I'm like, what I'm gonna do? So they just like, you got to sit out and wait for next year. So I'm like, sit out. So.
What were you doing when you find this out? Like, what's going through your mind? Like, you training up to this point to do this, and then they just tell you basically, It
was super crazy because, like, I mean, boxing, like, it's kind of like anything else. Like, the amateur is building a resume for the pros. So, so the more stuff, the more nationals and all that you have on your resume, just make it easier for you when you step in the pro. Like, get a higher rank, So I was trying to get as much as I can. That was gonna be very big, and that's like a dream. So for me, for the Olympics, for me, had been thinking about that since I started boxing. And for the USA to fight for the country, that was like something I had imagined too, like for a long time. So it was like super crazy, and it was like, it's almost one of those things like, dang, that's so unfair. I couldn't do 15 or 16, or I couldn't do the 17 or 18 because they said so it's like, I mean, I got to pick. I had to do one, but they was like, no, it's no one you can do.
So what did you ultimately? What were you doing in this time frame? Waiting, in this year. What were you doing?
Well, I had fought in all the nationals, and all the nationals like a week. So I was taking a week out of the school, like a whole week. I'd take a whole week out of school and then just go over there because when in nationals you fight every day. If you win, you fight the next day. So you'll fight 5 days in a row. So I was doing that. I had went to 4 nationals. So I took out a month and a half in school. So I was ready. And then I had one, like that was my best year of boxing. So I thought it was like, I'm there.
I mean, I'm thinking like, you see some people tussle, let's just say outside, and people ain't gonna tussle every day. So how is it for you, you beating somebody up, and then you gotta go right back the next day? Like, so what, like, is it a crazy fatigue aspect, or, it's just, you train, you ready, and like, that's just what's going on?
Definitely boxing, I feel like it's more mental almost than physical for real. So it's like a mind thing.
Can you give me a percentage on that?
I say 60-40, or even 70-30 maybe, and I really feel like that with anything in life. Like, I feel like most of everything is mental. I feel like if your mind is strong, it can tell your body to do certain things that you wouldn't think your body could do. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of the thing I had. Like, and also, I mean, I'm still young, but I was super young then. So, like when you're a kid, you can go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then back then, like pro now, I'm fighting with 8-ounce gloves with no headgear. And I'm fighting at a lower weight, and then we gain to be a bigger weight. So it's like it's more risk. Then you fighting in 10-ounce gloves, and then you got hair on, and then you fighting kids. So then you're only doing 3 rounds. So it ain't that much on your body. The hardest part is just making the weight every day. And then probably like the last day you be a little sore, but if you train to make the fight easier, so I can get this easy win, try to get touch less as possible, so I can get ready for the next day. So that's one of those things I came in. And after doing it so long, I kind of had a regiment. I kind of got it down to a T. Like how I'm gonna win this, how I'm gonna prepare myself for the next day, what I eat. Like it was just like once I kept doing it, I kind of made it a ritual. I kind of found the blueprint for it, so that made it easier for me. So.
What was your style of, what do you think is like your style of fighting? If somebody tried to like read about it in a book or something, how could they read about like your style of fighting?
I can say super versatile, very determined, sharp, fast, strong. I can box, I can punch, I think in there, and definitely probably number one, like I'm gonna break you down, I'm gonna break you down general for sure.
Yeah, that's how I feel about when I'm playing Madden. I'm gonna break it down with all them blitzes and all that.
I'm gonna break you down. Like that's what I'm gonna do for the later rounds. You're gonna make it easier. If you can't take it, be early rounds. So
Yeah. So when eventually you go pro. So what did you learn on the amateur standpoint? Like I saw you fought like over 60 fights. Like you find out buku fights. What did you learn from the amateur world that you took going pro?
I took a couple different things. A lot of things I had to adjust and change though, cause it's a totally different game.
In what ways?
Like how you fight. Like the pace is not as fast, cause now you fighting. Well, I started fighting 4 rounds, 3 minutes, but then you fighting 6 rounds, 8 rounds, 10 rounds. So you fighting, 30 minutes, 10 rounds. That's 30 minutes of fighting. Like 3 rounds, 10 minutes. So like 8 rounds, that's 24. So it's longer. So you can't. It ain't so much of a get the punches like amateur more as in like being busy, you know what I'm saying, getting hit and getting out, it's quick, so just slowing the pace down, and then you got to pick out your shots too. You got every shot got to count. You got to place them in the right spot and then also you got no headgear and them punches small, and then now when you amateur until like when you turn youth, you can fight. When you elite, you can fight anymore. When you 18 or 19, you can fight into 30, 40 and things like that. But most time, it don't be people in the amateur 30 or like that. Like most time they turn pro, so it be people like 20 some, maybe a little 30. But like pros, like most everybody you fighting like 25, 30, 35. So them grown men, so they really punching. So you gotta know how to defend yourself rather than the amateurs.
So speaking of defending yourself, you go pro, your first fight, like what is the feeling? Like first time you really and it's really on record, like this really about to start counting.
It was super unreal, the dream come true.
Right.
And it actually was crazy. Man, I never imagined how it'd be because that was my first time. But I started in COVID, so it was like in a bubble. But my first fight was in MGM in Las Vegas, that was a super big stage and with one of the biggest promoters, top ranked on ESPN. So that was super crazy itself. But it just kind of felt unreal, that's a feeling.
So it's like getting them phone calls, people hitting you on the DMs, so just what's it like, having the support, you from the bend, and everybody down here be supporting. So how was it that support that you got, as you won your first fight and you did your thing?
The support was crazy. Just that's a crazy milestone and kind of like a undescribable feeling. Even every win is super undescribable. Like that's another point, it's just one step closer to, being, getting to things you dream of, like people, the position, sometimes when I look back at it, I'm like, I got so much to accomplish and I got so far to go, but sometimes I think about it, I came a long way to it also when I think about it. So it give me one of those feelings like, dang, you got a long way to go, but you definitely came a long way too though, so. I'm definitely proud of myself, and I appreciate everyone that support me and show me love. That definitely means a lot. So
I saw one of your fights that most of them TKO. You got 6 KO, TKOs. I saw one dude say retired. How did that happen? Like dude say he retired second round.
I don't know. A lot of dudes that I have fight though, they don't fight. I haven't seen them fight no more. I ain't gonna say it's me now, but I mean,
the record show.
A lot of them don't be fighting. I don't know, cause now one thing I can say, like me coming up, I had a different route. I took a lot of undefeated, like out of 15.
That was my next question.
Yeah, I don't fought like 4 or 5 undefeated, so that's one thing a lot of people coming up don't do. And I guess sometimes when people take that L, it be kind of hard to bounce back, or
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah,
it was tough. Yeah.
So it'd be kind of hard. I think if anything, I could probably say that. I can't really say. I mean, it'd be like business is business. So once I fight them, I don't stay in contact with them. Like they go about their life and I go about mine. And on to the next. So, but I think anything, I think of that because this is like least. And sometimes I'll go back and look at my box rate and some of the people I fight and just see who they fought after I fought them. And some of them never fight. Or some of the good people, they never lost again. They knock out. So that kind of be meaning something to me too. That do something to me.
So 6 knockouts, you put 6 people down. So would you rather, break them down the whole way? Like, you said in the beginning, or would you rather, saying a good left hook and take them down?
It's a lot of people that I think I should have knocked out that I couldn't. It's just all a learning experience. Like as I get in there and not rushing myself, taking my time. But it depends. Sometimes it depends how I feel. I mean, I don't get paid. I don't get paid being there for any longer. You know what I mean? So if I could get them out there, I definitely would want to. But sometimes I mean, I be training so long and so hard, so it'd be like, I be wanting to have fun and make them look stupid and just have fun and just get in my bag. So it kind of be a thing. It'd be like I want to knock you out in a great fashion, but I also want to have fun with it too, though. So it'd be like find that point, and whenever time permits itself, I just, I go for it. So
what's your workout regimen? Like, I seen you online, like you know what I'm saying, you be working. So like, what's a typical, like, I know it probably be something different, but what's a typical workout regimen for you?
We're in camp. I probably do strength and conditioning probably like 4 days a week. Like 3 days a week. And I spar like 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So on my sparring days, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I do no conditioning. Then Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays, the day I don't spar, I do conditioning. So I know I wake up in the morning. On the days I do strength and condition, I'll run like 3 to 4 miles. Then I do strength and condition like 10 o'clock to like 11 or 12. And then I'm in Philly. I do my camps in Philly. So then I normally drive like an hour, and then do my boxing workout, come back, take a nap, and then I train again like at the end of the day, probably like at like 7 or something. And then my strength. And then the days I spar, I just wake up, eat breakfast, go spar, come back, chill, then I just go work out again later that night or sometime.
Speaking of Philly, I saw in the interview you said that's your second home. How did you get around to, going to Philly, doing the training, getting the fights and all that? What is your connection with Philly?
Up north for sure, always known for boxing. So boxing and combat sports. So combat sports, boxing is super big up there. It's kind of like, like second nature, like how football is down south. Like, like I'd be around in a car in Philly and I see like, how like you got the mirror in the with the rearview, what is that, the rearview mirror right here?
Yeah.
I see boxing gloves hanging out just like randomly, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, dang, they box. So it's kind of like more, more natural up there. So with that being more natural, there's more coaches there, more sparring, and like easier for me to prosper up there for is like getting better and things like that. And just me going up there sparring, I just went up there and sparred one day, and I found a kind of connection with the team, and we just took from there.
I know this may be kind of a corny question, but I've seen the movie Rocky and dude run up them stairs. Like, have you ever did that before?
I don't venture the stairs. I never ran them though. That'd be busy around there. That's like downtown. It'd be super busy. But I definitely seen a couple people run them though, and it's some steep stairs. But I never really ran them.
So you got a sponsorship, and you always talk about, you got to talk with your team. How did you end up meeting with? How do you find your team and build that relationship with them for you to trust them, for you to get your fights and the stuff they do?
I try to keep my same team as the team I had when I first started. I try to keep the same, other than my coach. My dad had the same manager, and then promotion changed as you go. But when I found my manager, when I was after they didn't accept me for the Olympics or the USA team, he was like, hey, I'm gonna go see, can I get you signed to a promotion? They liked me, and it was kind of from there on. Then as I built a bond with Bozy and them, and we kind of been just stuck for like 5 or 6 fights now or more. So now I think I'll be with them for for the rest of my life.
Like I hear from you like throughout this interview, like loyalty is like one of the biggest major things. I honestly, for me, I feel like loyalty is more valued than love, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
So what does loyalty ultimately mean to you?
It just, if everything working, don't change it. You know what I'm saying? Like if it ain't broke, it ain't nothing to fix. So I don't think anything broke, and but one thing I do, I try to stay on top of, everybody try to stay on top of their team, because I think it's always warning signs before, destruction. So like before anything happened, they always send warning signs for, and I don't be wanting to be like, sometimes like, it'd be a lesson, it'd be like, you take L's in life and stuff like that, and I don't want to take no loss or nothing like that, and be like, dang, I should have been did this. I said that. Like, I try to like get it from when I see a little bit like, okay, like it's something wrong with that. Like that's enhancing my fight, or this enhancing. So I try to tackle that early, and we try to get on that before it become evolve to be a big problem. So we kind of all just be on the same team. Everybody focus on what they focus on and master. It's working out good.
See, I tried to. I know you be having them nice boxing outfits, so I tried to practice, like a little design, something like this. So if you had to rate this drip, so
for sure.
So how do you come up with your designs? Like, how do you come up with the colorways, or how you gonna come up with it when you about to step in that ring? Cause you gonna be slick GQ when you stepping out there.
Right, for sure. I definitely got I got a fight coming up. I got some crazy that I'm trying to put together now.
Any hints? Like, give me any hint. Like, you ain't got to say the whole swag, but like any hints or colorway or any themes you can give out.
Oh, what can I give out?
We're trying to get them, y'all. We're trying to get them.
I can say what, boots on the ground.
Okay.
That's a little hint.
I got okay.
You know what I'm saying? I really don't know. Now I'm kind of getting more in my fashion bag. So now I try to take like regular lifestyle things and kind of like take it and evolve it into a box. It depends, like if it's something that I like that I wear, or something like this, a regular stylish, I'd be like, okay, how can I relate this to like a boxing outfit or something like that? And I just switch over to a boxing outfit. That's how I kind of do it now. At first, it was I was just having fun, just throwing different colors out there, design. Now I kind of like really be like putting thought into it now, like, cause I feel like everyone means something. So I try to put as much stock as I can to make them all of them special.
See, I was in the Army before, so you ever got like a little, see my little book right there. So I'm saying, you ever got an Army idea, Hey,
I did Army fatigue, and I did orange, like an orange trim.
Yeah.
I did that. That was sharp too.
For sure. So your last fight, it went unanimous. So what do you believe was the difference between that fight and all the other fights? None of your fights ever. I mean, not unanimous. It was split. No.
I mean, I don't think it was split. I hurt my hand in that fight. No excuses, but I hurt my hand. So a couple rounds that I was only throwing one punch, but I mean, I feel like everybody said I won those rounds still. I don't know what the judge was saying. That's crazy. That was crazy. He was a great game opponent though. He was very, very awkward, kind of like agile, different. But it wasn't nothing too crazy that nothing I never seen before. But he was a great opponent, and I appreciate him. And I don't know, I wonder what the ref seen too.
I don't know what he saw, but when you win these fights, you get to come back to Albany, train, and little kids get to see you. They see you as big Hitman, and all that type of stuff. So what's it like for you to be able to get back to where we from, and little kids get to see big Hitman?
That's super major. That's a great feeling. I think that's kind of like pushed me, to be better every day and try to stay on top of my game, because every day you might not know it or not, but somebody say they love what you're doing, they want to be like you. So that kind of pushed me the most and helped me stay on top of my game. And that's one thing why I always come back to them and help them out and stuff, because when you teaching somebody something or you helping somebody with something, you gotta be strategic with what you're doing, because they watching you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell somebody something and you doing the complete opposite. So that just keep me sharper on my game, and from helping them with boxing to just like regular life things. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely love that. And just like someone helped me, I feel like they next up. Like after me, somebody gonna be up. After them, somebody gonna be up. So like you got to keep feeding into the people that's that's coming up, so they can be what's next. Cause just like LeBron James, he was a man now. He passing torch to his son or to whoever next. So
quick, how you feel about Lakers what was your reaction when they selected Bronny, second round?
I mean, like at the end of the day, I think everything is a business. It made money, it made sense. So that was a great business move for them, and it went super crazy and something that first time happened in history. And when he first came in, I thought I didn't think he was ready, and I don't think he's ready. I think he just need a little bit more reps, and like with him playing in that other league,
G League,
and getting a lot better time, his reps getting better, and he getting more comfortable. But I always thought he had it. I mean, he gonna get the best training, and I feel like he a great kid. So I feel like he's gonna be great. It just take a little bit of time, I mean, everybody ain't different, and I feel like it was hard for him because he had to kind of follow in his dad's footsteps. So that made it super hard for him, because I mean, his dad came out of high school dominating.
And his dad is a phenom.
Yeah.
So I mean, imagine how hard it is for your dad is arguably the GOAT. People argue him against Jordan all the time, but everybody, this is Snoody Lounge Podcast, and I'm here with Mr. Undefeated 15-0, Mr. Hitman. And we're here at Beat the Streets Boxing. Where did that name come from? Like, how did that? I like that now. Where did that come from?
My dad came around. I think, yeah, it been so long. Beat the street. Then we came up with the slogan: "It's better to sweat in the gym than bleed in the street."
That's right.
Yeah, so it was super crazy. So, it just, because I feel like like especially Albany, I feel like it'd be like the small cities, because it don't be a lot to do and everything be so small. A lot of people, it'd be a lot of trouble, a lot of crime, and things like that. So it was just like, man, it's so much more positive stuff you can do and do with your time and stuff. So it was like, man, it's better to be in here than being out there in the street. Something happen,
Facts.
and then like it be that little time where you be like, shoot, I was supposed to. They called me to be in the gym, and something crazy can happen out there. So like, man, stay in the gym,
Facts. And I remember we did an interview with shout out my boy Gabe, by the way, my boy G Money. I remember you said you wanted to have something at the Civic Center.
Uh-huh.
So what would it feel, or like what ways are you trying to get a fight down here, or how are you trying to get that facilitated?
Right now, I haven't really got there. First goal is a world champion, so I feel like after a world champion, like I feel like anything that definitely be super, super possible. Now I don't think it's not possible now. Right now, I'm just trying to build my fan base up as much as possible. So when they do come here, it can sell out and it can make sense, because it got to make sense. Because with me being the only boss from here, I would have to basically sell it out myself.
Yeah.
Rather than like when I fight in Atlanta, you have other people coming there, and then nobody know about boxing out here other than me. If anybody know boxing, it's about me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I have to be the only draw and the biggest draw. So like I just want to maximize myself as much as I can now to gain as many fans and as many supporters as I can right now. So when the time presents itself, there's no question about it. Like, do it make sense? Because for all them to set it up here, bring the air, like bring the TV network, that's gonna be a lot. So if it make money and it makes sense, they definitely gonna do it.
Well, speaking of money and making sense, where can they find your shirts that you sell? Like I just caught one for $40.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so where can you plug that in for everybody? Where can they find that?
You can find them on my Instagram and my bio at Hitman Haven 3, and also my bio on Facebook at Haven Brady Jr. And definitely cop a shirt, and every fight I try to drop new shirts based on the outfit that I'm gonna come out with. So that kind of be like a little hint of how my outfit gonna be before it come out. So I ain't dropped my new shirt yet, but it's dropping soon, and so definitely stay out and stay tuned.
I'd be a fool not to ask you you spoke on your father throughout this whole interview. Mm-hmm. So how major what's it like, you doing this with your dad? Like I know it's Bronny did it with LeBron, and you kind of you slick doing it your way too. So how is that for you?
It's a super great feeling. Like I said, it's always good to still be in it with the people you started with, and that kind of like helped me and mold me. So I definitely appreciate my dad a lot, and he definitely been probably the biggest supporter of my whole career. And without them, I feel like it wouldn't be possible. So we just take it one fight at a time, and I'm just trying to set myself apart from anybody else, and it's just be the best I can be.
Let's say it's somebody, it may be their first time, they may see this interview and they want to say, hey man, I want to start out boxing too. So what will be the first thing they would need to work on if they actually wanted to, not even be professional, just be proficient enough to just be able to throw punches legitly?
I definitely say get with a gym. I definitely get with a coaching gym. Like, some people probably try to go a different route and watch YouTube videos and learn. But if you never did it, you ain't gonna be. You won't be able to get it. So I feel like you go get with a gym and get with a coach, and then you start from there. And then the coach will align you and put you in the right positions and teach you what you need. That's just like anything else. Like I feel like right now a cheat code to a lot of success and a lot of stuff now is the courses, like the courses that people sell. Like say if I maximize something and then I create a course with it and they make it easier for the people that's coming up so they won't make the same mistakes I have, because in the course it kind of gives you what to do, what not to do. Like say if you start a clothing brand, you get show them what vendors to get it, how to advertise your stuff, how to do this and that. So I feel like that's just easy. So I feel like that's the same thing with getting a coach. You can just make it easier, There's so many ways to make it easier, right? Why make it hard? So I definitely say that though. A lot of people ask me that though.
Oh, facts.
Like, what can I do? I was like, just get a coach. Come to the gym, get a coach. There's nothing else I can tell you.
So let's say maybe a little kid who may, maybe scared, nervous, or they maybe a little worried about trying boxing, they may get embarrassed, get knocked out or something like that. What would we tell a little kid who may just want to try it out and maybe a little scared too?
Man, go for it. I mean, I feel like it's a great workout. It's great for mental strengthens. Discipline is the number one. And like I tell everybody, if you start boxing, you don't have to compete or you don't have to spar. You can get in there and never get touched or never get hit. You can just know how to do it. Hit the bag, do mix, just do, cardio, do all the things that come with it. You don't have to get in there though, and you don't have to compete at the highest level, Yeah. You can get in there and just learn it. There's people coming here every day and just learn the sport, just learn, just in case, things get crazy out there and they have to defend themselves, or just, the cardio is crazy, the conditioning, so.
When they read the book on Hitman, when it's all said and done, what do you want, like, the main gist of when they reading about you, let's say 100, 150 years down the road?
Super determined, hardworking, humble, for the kids, just a lovable, hardworking, a go-getter, like, determined, like, that's how I am now, so.
Sure.
Like, I'm pretty chill. I just focus on the main thing, keep the main thing, stay out these people away, and work hard every day.
What a dog? No, we had a dog in here. What a dog?
Man, I left I was gonna bring him today, but it started raining. I'll be bringing him for the kids. But
Yeah.
I just took him to the vet, and so I just got him clean. So I was like, he don't need to be around. He get sweaty and so. But I definitely might bring him if it don't rain, because the kids be loving him on Fridays.
Right. So from one man to another, from one Albany to another Albany, man, I really salute, respect, and appreciate.
Appreciate
you know what I'm saying?
you
You
too,
for
for sure.
giving the city light and do all the stuff you're doing.
For sure. We just getting started. I got a long way to go. Like this only the beginning. I think this year gonna be a great year. I'm definitely gonna turn it a notch a little bit. So I just hope everybody keep watching me, keep supporting me, and follow
him
journey.
ASAP. I'm gonna put when I do this where his page is gonna be at. So make sure you follow him right now. But before I let you go, do you have any questions for me before I let you get up out of here?
No, that's crazy. I don't. Not just.
I try to do it on the spot because I don't want to tell you about that until the end.
I don't have nothing off the top of my head.
Okay.
Like, I definitely, if I have one, I will for sure ask you.
Any shout outs?
I shout out to the whole 229. Definitely my parents, my mom, my dad. Shout out to my little brother. Shout out to my whole team, and definitely shout out to everyone in Washington. Shout out to you for having me.
Oh, for sure. Bro. Man, this Hitman with Snoot in this Snoot Lines podcast, man. We out.
Welcome to Snooty Podcast.